in the
like,
TV show.
I don't know. They're in Japan too.
Those are American kids.
Yeah, but everything.
Cannot deny.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Santa Claus is a new villain.
Anyway, on that
So
note,
scary how that's.
yeah.
I want to watch that episode after this is over.
Awesome.
Okay? Can I watch that episode after this is over?
Okay. I'm just gonna see if I can put that thing on repeat. You guys start talking.
So if you can't tell what our secret super crazy game series review is going to be, it's Mystical Ninja Goemon.
And subsequent previous and following games.
And I gotta admit, it's like a huge part of my childhood, the one on the Nintendo
Yeah,
64.
mine too.
Like it's just
That was a great
the
game.
free roaming one, the first one that
was
came out
Mystical
for
Ninja
the
Goemon.
N64. Yeah, good times.
That was the best game of theirs. So
I didn't play that game a lot, but I did play the Goemon's Great Adventures, which was also
which was
very,
the sequel,
very fun. And had,
where they
like,
went back to their roots and
two-dimensional, and except for in towns when you were like three-dimensional stuff.
Yeah,
that game had the best music ever.
they both did.
It's
Dude,
such amazing.
did yours have the theme for every time you called
Oh my god, dash!
Impact? No.
I'm kind of glad because
Beautiful.
I was over here once when you were playing that.
Were you here for an Impact bounce?
Were you here for him?
Okay, well, let's just say you have the most badass Gundam in the world.
Okay,
If you could call it a Gundam.
Doesn't he travel to America to like get into movies and stuff?
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
he does,
God,
and then
I
he-
love that game so much. Laugh tracks for everything.
Yeah, and not to mention, there were laugh tracks, so every time somebody made a horrible pun,
Mainly the villains.
mainly the villains, someone
Dances
in the
away.
background would be, not even dances, spins.
I know, it's just so good.
Out of the room. It was beautiful, guys.
They took that
So-
out. They took that out of Goemon's Great Adventures.
Sad.
However, they added Ebzumaru's nakedness.
And
That was still in the first one, but...
to a point.
To a point, yeah.
just not as...
Not as naked as
Explicitly.
Yes, yeah. But if you haven't gotten this, this series is a very good series. It's actually rather obscure, I find, with people that aren't like Japanese or
obscure games.
or
played it when they were a kid.
nostalgia
Rented
facts,
it from Roger's Video.
yeah, I literally went there and I was like, this game's badass. And
We
then
probably
I ended up-
rented the same game as children.
Dude, I got mine from my friend. Like
Well,
my,
not you,
my,
Devin.
my pseudo cousin guy.
Yeah, but you didn't even play the one we played.
No, I didn't. But I played
The
the
best one. You should borrow that. You should play that. Just let it play through the episode in the background,
Okay.
just so they can see how amazing it is.
Dude.
But now I want to watch it.
Yeah,
But
I know,
anyways,
that's not
let's
gonna
try to
fly.
focus on the camera, on the audience.
Meanwhile, it also the whole series started with the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, there were some games
Was it
before
Super
that.
Nintendo?
It
or
might
was
have been
there
an
one?
NES. Actually, yeah, it was NES, I remember. Because you can actually go onto your Wii's right now and download a virtual console version of the first one,
For
which
the
was
NES,
for
though, I'm
NES.
not too.
I never really touched it, to be honest, but
I played the SNES one a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I was crazy into
I
that.
didn't play this SNES one a lot, but I have played it.
It's really
It was
fun.
quite enjoyable.
I think I played it once.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the series...
I never had a SNES.
I was into
Oh,
it
yeah.
hardcore.
No.
I have two.
This is the one where he always wants to commit seppuku. Sorry, I just remembered that.
No, he wants to do that in every episode.
Every-
That's why his name's Seppuku Maru.
Wow.
Isn't that like Suicide Guy, basically?
Basically.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Japan.
Even though I didn't have one, like, Super Mario Bros. 2 was like my favorite game. It was an awesome game.
Alright.
Super Mario World.
I was a fan of 3, but this is Goemon we're talking about right
Yes. So, let's start off with the Super Nintendo one. What do you want to say about that?
Don't talk about
now. I probably played it the most out of everyone.
Yeah, which is why you're talking about it.
Yeah, okay. It was really good, fun, something you could get into easily. There was a big difficulty spike, actually. I had some problems later in the game. It kind of outlined a couple of the characters. There were big changes made from it to the 3D era. But all in all, it was just a solid game to play, just whatever. Good,
Yeah, at the same time,
cute
though, they
story, just fun stuff. Towns were done well.
I was just going to say at the same time, they went back to the 2D.
With Great Adventures.
Oh, but it didn't
Format.
play in 2D exactly. The
No,
SNES
there
one.
was-
It moved like
No,
across.
no, I know, it was the planes and stuff. But anyway, yeah. But besides that, what about the story? What was the story as beautiful as Legend of the Mystical Ninja Goemon?
Not as beautiful. I don't think anything could top that for me. Oh my gosh, man.
Oh.
It was good though, solid. It's good for a SNES game for sure. Not like an RPG Final Fantasy type big thing, but it's cute. It's just a cute thing to play.
And I guess we can move on to
didn't
the
play
one
that.
that we're gonna
Yeah.
speak the most about probably.
Wait, Adventures or because?
No, Adventures was the sequel.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the 3D one, my favorite
3D
one,
one,
the Zelda-ish one.
It
Oh.
was so beautiful. It was just. Let's talk about the story firstly.
It was a sexy game.
It was.
When
it
did
was
you play it,
beyond
though?
sexy.
I played it here.
Oh really? Oh, I thought
No.
you never played as a kid.
No. I didn't get a
No, he
chance
played
to.
Great Adventures.
Yeah, I played Great
never,
Adventures.
no, I did play that as a
I played the
kid.
crap out of that game as a kid.
I never played Great Adventures.
That and Snowboard Kids 2. That was the only game.
Snowboard Kids
Those
2.
were my
Snowboard Kids
childhood.
2 was
Guys, Goemon, we have to focus.
So,
No, I'm just gonna keep trying
The
to
story.
derail this conversation. Now that you've said that,
Oh, a Christmas tree. That's pleasant.
you're derailing your.
Yeah.
Hey, just rein it in.
The N64 one was there's
the first one.
the first one
N64.
was just so
Legend of the Mystical
so
Ninja.
good. Me and Nathan actually. When did we buy it again? Grade 9 or grade 10?
Grade 9.
Grade 9. We that was a couple of years ago.
We went through the entire game
in one night, and then it froze when you were Ye as the mermaid in the submarine
submarine level.
We flipped because we thought we
'Cause we
lost everything.
And we did lose everything. We didn't have a
We
memory
did.
card because
We did.
my
We did
brother
lose
had
everything.
mine at that point, and he didn't have one. We were planning on buying one at the microplay down the street, but then. Yeah, that happened. So
It was just-
we were gonna do that the next morning, convenient.
Now that I look back, it was a really glitchy game, but
Oh.
like in a good way.
It was extreme, yeah.
Oh,
but it was one of those graphic glitchy games. Like,
Yeah.
it just didn't have enough collision parameters.
With the memory cards,
Well,
though,
with-
I remember when I was younger, I would always rent it from the store, and I'd play maybe to like halfway through, and I'd get lost really easily because I sucked at video games when I was little.
Oh, I beat it
And-
several times.
And
so
it's because I kept renting it. I didn't have a memory card, so I could never save anything, and it was crazy, and it was just good times. I love that game.
I
game was so
hated
enjoyable.
games that needed memory cards.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
like
especially
Gex.
Nintendo.
Oh, Gex was such a good game, but really,
Graphics were fun.
The
They weren't
graphics-
horrible.
the graphics at that point in time were pretty good.
They were solid.
They rivaled everything else. So
Extremely.
I think it really shines in a bad way, but a good way in its writing. Just everything is
It's
so horrible.
horrible, and it's amazing.
Amazing.
And the story itself, basically, there were these two people.
There's stages. They're actors. An actor troupe,
Yeah.
like Peach
The Peach
Mountain? Peach. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Peach Mountain Troop or something like
Something like that. And they come in with a ship and they just
that. That is shaped like a giant peach.
and they just change everything into a stage. And
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what all the dungeons are. They're stages. And
It's so good.
It's pretty-
They
it's pretty
basically
impressive.
intend on creating or turning all of Japan, because the rest of the world
It
doesn't,
doesn't exist. No, that's
But they intend on changing all of Japan into a stage for them.
for their show, and oh my god.
And it ends up in... No, you know what?
I wouldn't say
I'm not gonna
that,
say
that wouldn't
it.
be so bad because musical theater is amazing.
Oh, it's not just musicals.
Although there was a beautiful musical number at the end of the game in space. But I'm not going to ruin that for you guys because you need to play this game.
Last boss was great. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Although in this game
we
you're
went
gonna be-
over this already. It's been over 12 years.
Yeah.
It's okay to spoil it.
I don't care. No, I'm doing
just-
this for
you
the
wanna play
sake
it.
of how much I enjoy it.
I want to.
Everyone else should as much as I did.
Best
but-
part of the game: mecha battles.
Yeah, except you will be rather disappointed with this one if you're after going through it because there are only two impact battles, which are the mech battles. Whilst in the second one,
The second one,
yeah,
there's
there's
like,
two. There's one at
There's
the
one
beginning, and then one at the end in space.
There's no more.
There's no more.
oh, there's no movie.
I was rather disappointed when I did it too.
I thought there were. I
No.
just beat it, or what?
There honestly was not.
Yeah, and then the second.
And the second
there's
one,
like
there's one after
5.
every chapter, so yeah, that one's a lot better for it.
And those ones are totally hard.
Those ones were hard.
I said they were. it's
No,
just
they
like-
weren't hard. No, the levels were hard.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're not talking about that one yet.
Talk about
So
it later.
yeah, in this one, it was just had a very Zelda format and whatnot. Basically, you go around, then you go into the dungeon, and then
Platforming
you get
adventure.
yeah, platforming adventure, 3D platforming adventure, and you're basically picking up the items, using those items, and the